Now it's time to get into those fool's gold players. Maybe they have the juicy matchup. Maybe they're a stud. We're telling you, temper your expectations or fade them completely. I'm going to start off with you, Jacob. Who is your fool's gold player for week 8?
Yeah, so I want to, with the Fool's Gold, right? I want to pick guys who normally you'd think you would be starting. And I'm going to go with Antonio Gibson of the Washington football team. And I almost chose him last week because situation. He's been dealing with a shin injury all year. And what happens is he's limited in practice. And I keep thinking they're going to sit him. So I thought they were going to sit him last week, but they play him. So he's active and you feel like you have to start him. And he's definitely a candidate for me for the trick earlier instead of Sam Darnold because I took Gibson over Najee Harris in the league and that has killed me all year. So I just think, look, we all had so much excitement for Gibson and you assume that he's a set it and forget it guy. But I just think, I don't know what's up with the Washington football team right now, but even if you're even if he plays, I don't trust him. They played Green Bay last week, who's relatively friendly to running backs, and he didn't do much. They're playing Denver this week, who's a little bit tougher. And I just think that game is going to be, I just think it's going to be a slow game. And I just don't have a feeling that Gibson is going to be involved. So if he plays, and look, I'm putting my money where my mouth is in our pick six league, our six keeper league. This is perfect. I just talked about Darrell Williams. I'm starting Darrell Williams in my flex over Antonio Gibson. Even if they say Antonio Gibson is active, I'm telling you, I can't do it. Look at what he's doing. He put up 6 fantasy points last week. It's gross, and I'm avoiding it. Look, it's not that I don't prefer Darrell rest of season to Gibson, but this week, because he's still dealing with that shin injury, I'm going Darrell over Gibson this week.
Wow. I mean, last week I would have said something along the lines of, I don't know how Gibson's injury outlook is going to be this week. He left that game early 2 weeks ago. Last week, one of my dilemmas was, should I start McKissick over Gibson, even if he is healthy, on the chance that he re-aggravates that injury? And that's what I was dealing with. I would probably toy with the same idea this week, but McKissick didn't really do much the last 2 weeks. So then you throw another guy in there from another team like Darrell Williams, and it makes me feel ill. And I think it's just because of name value, right? Like Gibson is the guy. He's supposed to be the guy. They just can't figure out that run game right now. And Heineke just is giving the ball away with, not even interceptions, fumbling, all these different things. So they're just not getting a lot of time with the ball. That's the real thing.
That's a good point.
By golly, that's an interesting decision. I don't want to book it down territory because we already got 2 book it downs today.
Yeah, we're
if I'm
good.
going for
But
the hat trick, I gotta wait for one.
That's crazy to say. We never thought I'd be saying that this season at all, but it's the truth.